You can catch that show 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern time, PM. Everywhere. You can go anywhere. You can go to TikTok, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Instagram, you can go wherever you want to go. You can check them out. They also have a show in the Wickets. Very good show. This is my shit. On Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. So make sure y'all go check them out. Cody, take your fucking eyeballs and put them back in your face. Let bro do what he doing. The fuck? You know, bro. Stop fucking with me, bro. They also got some scrap sheet on Fridays. They got book day on Fridays. On Fridays at 8 o'clock, they got the scrap sheet. Also at 9 o'clock, they got the dribble. So make sure y'all go check them out. Shout out to the No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast. Normally on Tuesdays, 9 o'clock Eastern time, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Make sure y'all go check out the game. Shout out to the game. Shout out to Mitchell. I can't put his last name out there, but shout out to fucking Mitchell. Even though you are old mother. Shout out Mitchell. Happy birthday again to Mitchell. Yesterday he celebrated his 75th birthday. For y'all that know Mitch, you know he ain't 75, but today he is. But shout out to him. Big love to him and the family. Make sure on Tuesday y'all go check out that No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast. And Mondays, yes sir. Bro is the coldest. Now, Bro is the coldest is an up-and-coming podcast by myself. I got a big surprise that I'm going to be, putting together. And we got some shit that we're going to be doing on so many different platforms. And so I just want to thank, again, to the people that show the boy love. Now, to the people that need to be up here, I repeat, I need 2 moderators. They know who they are, okay? I also need the 2 participants, which will be Southgate and CJ, okay? So Southgate and CJ is going to be the first battle. Now, again, I want to stress, we have some other shit going on, so please be patient with us, right? To the troll that's in the chat, who just loves to follow bro, shout you out, bro, baby troll. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first of all, let's get Big Pressure in here. Okay. Mute up, Miss Pressure. Hey, baby. Mute up for me. Shut. Okay, copy. I got you. Okay, mute up for me. Right, you should be. Okay. You got the chat as well, so make sure you do that as well. Dopey. And as I said, well, we need CJ up here too. So make sure CJ is up here. Again, make sure to everybody that's on the panel, make sure that once the debates start, we got to make sure that at the end of the day, we give them their grace. We can't be interrupting. We can't be doing that. We're going to do this shit right. We're going to make sure that everybody, is respectful. Now, after the debates, we're going to have a little after debate. So we'll be able to turn up a little bit. Obviously, we're going to have to get off YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Go ahead, Dopey. What you say? Hey, what's up? Yo, where is CJ? To everybody, huh? Oh, thank you, brother. Listen, could somebody share this live out to CJ and tell him to get over here, man? I think it's very, very fair to make sure that everybody's here at the time of the start of the show. The show starts at 8:15. Okay. Thank you, JB. Appreciate you, bro. All right, so listen, here's the thing, right? I don't want this. Bro, you're not coming up, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yo. You see, what the fuck do you mean he said he didn't know with the video being out 3 fucking days ago, bro? You shitting me? Nah, bro. Listen, all right, cool. Listen, I don't give a fuck what he was. All right, cool. Thank you. Now that he didn't know, fuck him. We can move on. So what I want you to do, this is because the reason why I say that is because that's 2 debates now that we don't have for whatever the reason, and this has been planned days ago. But don't worry about it. See, this no. This the beauty of why Bro is who he is. Bro taking over. Yeah. So being that niggas don't want to show up, Bro gonna debate in the place of the people that's supposed to debate. That's how we gonna do that. We ain't got to worry about that shit. We don't need no motherfucking body here. We here. You feel me? Now, who is this? Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is that? Nah, bro. Nah, get the fuck on. All right, so check it out. This is Bro Dakota's a podcast, but today is the debate show. So I want to thank everybody again for showing up, tapping the screen, showing some love. Shout out to the YouTube page as well. To everybody that's here. We were supposed to have a slate of individuals debating, as you can see. But obviously life happens, some things happen, you know. Now you good, sis. It is what it is. You got things that transpire. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the place of some that were supposed to debate. And if somebody else on the panel wants to take the place, they can as well. So we're not going to make it just seem just about me. I definitely want to give somebody else the opportunity to do it. Now, for Josie and Cody, if Cody is here, he can debate somebody. If not, then we just have to fill the slot. Same thing for Southgate and CJ. CJ's not going to be here. So if Coach or not Coach, if Bo or somebody wants to debate him, we can do that. If not, then hey, Bro's here. Yo, what's happening with you? I appreciate you for pulling up, bro. You know, slow motion, man. Trying to stay out the way, man. Trying to have some fun. So what we're gonna do is let's fill the first slot. Obviously, shout out to Josie. She has some personal issues going on in life and family, so we got to make sure we show her some love and grace, man. And I'm just talking shit. Yeah, right. So they definitely want to give her some grace and some love to her. Saying Cody is here as well. Shout out to Southgate. Shout out to Coach Common, Bo, Dopey, Cheese. But Miss Pressure, man, come off mute for a second, Miss Pressure. Just for a second. All right. So this is one of the family members of what's to come very soon to a bunch of platforms. She's a part of that family, so give her some love, give her a follow. Everybody's a little rough around the edges. Don't judge a book by its cover, man, before you read the contents of the book. So shout out to Pressure, shout out to the Shit Show, shout out to Sheila, shout out to Crystal, shout out to Kim, shout out to the gang, shout out to everybody that show love to Bro, Toya, everybody. Shout out to everybody. But make sure y'all drop them follows. All right. Well, hey, well, fuck them then. Since they ain't want to let me know they was here, fuck them then. I'm just kidding. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm just talking shit. So again, all right. So listen, to the individual that wants to debate, I got you, sis. To the individual that wants to debate in this first slot with Cody, step up to the plate. That's going to be up to you and the person that wants to debate. But just giving your reasons as to why. Got you. Okay, so if anybody on the panel or in the chat that wants to debate Cody on that topic, we give y'all a few seconds to decide that. If not, it is what it is. We're gonna move the show. Cody is just gonna be me and you, and we're gonna have a blast, bro. Same thing for Southgate. Southgate, come off mute, bro. What was your topic? And let it be known. Thank you, bro. And you were on the side of PS2, correct? So if anybody wants to defend Derwin James being better than PS2, please step up to the plate in the chat or on the panel. And again, if nobody does, obviously I will. So, okay, so that's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna still have a good ass time. Yes, sir. You want to say something, Bo? Well, I don't know what might is. That's kind of diabolical to say at this point, sir. Do some homework? Absolutely. Go ahead. Absolutely. So while he's doing that, right, it's going to be very difficult, but you could try. It's very difficult, but again, you make it fun. You talk your shit. Just don't. If you're going to do it, you can do it, bro. Trust me. We're not going to crucify you for getting your ass whooped on the show. What we can do right now is I want to go ahead and give Coach the opportunity to, because I know you will want to let it be known if this dude don't show up too. Coach. All right, so what we'll do is in the process of that, bro, like I said, Cody, I would hope that you step up to the plate. You could do more than one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Copy. All right, so Dopey, where the Dope? You want to say something, sis? You ain't a mod? Oh, okay. Copy. You say what? Calm down. Calm your motherfucking ass down. Don't start those shit. All right, so let's get it with oh, he didn't come back. All right, so let's get into this first one. So I don't know who you are, brother. Yeah, yes, man. Anywho, now that we got past the bullshit, because that's all that is. It's a bullshit. Let's get into this. Let's get into this first one with Josie. They topic. What was Josie and Cody's topic? What was your topic?
So it was she called me out because I've been one of the most vocal people on the app. I will credit Aziz Al-Shaair, and I've said it multiple times. He's a good player, but he is a dirty player.
Okay. Bo, you said you what? You'll do that one? You run with Southgate?
Yeah, I'll run that with Southgate.
Okay, copy. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so Coach, what I'm gonna need you to do, bro, I'm gonna need you to come off mute, and I'm gonna need you to basically formulate the questions for me and Cody. I would say 2 questions a piece, as for our reasonings, and then we go from there.
For Shaquille
Al-Shaair.
Al-Shaair. Okay. All right. Cody. All right. What plays do you have to back up your claim of Shaair being a dirty player and not just a physical player?
Okay. So obviously, the big one that everyone will point to, and we'll just knock it out of the way, is the Trevor Lawrence hit.
I gotta get off TikTok. I gotta go. Sorry.
We've all seen it. I don't necessarily need to talk about that one much. Late hit on a quarterback that's sliding, put crown of the helmet to bottom face mask. Pretty bad one. You also have a play in San Francisco with Brady where the ball is long gone and Shaair has his hand around Brady's throat for whatever reason. And one more. There was the hits. The Caleb Williams hit, while controversial, I wouldn't credit as dirty. Caleb is still in bounds. And then the final one is what he did. It was, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, to one of the Titans running backs where the back was 2 steps out of bounds and Shaair, like a missile, just went into the center of his back when the play was already over. So I think, to me, while I have Aziz as one of the better interior linebackers, I just think he's a little bit dirty.
Okay. All right. Bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your rebuttal to those plays that he pointed out.
So I think it's fair if you just look at just those plays and you talking about him being a dirty player, but the fact still remains there are multiple more plays that he's made on the football field that weren't dirty. I think he's a very aggressive player. I think he's a player that probably sometimes puts his own body on the line, which is why he deals with personal injuries himself because of how he attacks to tackle. And I think sometimes that gets the better of him when he gets to going and, you know, he is a little bit of a bug out, but I just don't think he's dirty. And to the plays in particular, like you said, with the one against the Jaguars, like I do think without question that was a dirty play. But then again, I also understand why he was as aggressive as he was because there was a mobile quarterback that was running toward him who happened to slide a tad bit late. It don't mean that he was wrong for sliding late because you can't punish him for that. I mean, at the end of the day, and then hit him dirty. But I do think that play, maybe you could definitely attest it to being dirty, but he's played too much football. He's had numerous games where those type of plays have not made him out to be a dirty player. So I can't take 4 or 5 games and 4 or 5 plays and make him a dirty player out of totality.
Okay. Closing argument for Cody.
Yeah. So, and while I can agree to a certain extent with some of the stuff that is said there, I think when you're looking at it and what we dirty players have evolved in a term, obviously the term dirty player in today's NFL is not conventional as to what it is in the old breed of players. You know, a player gets the dirty player label nowadays for maybe 4 to 5 instances, as to back then to be a dirty player, like the Romanowskis and some of the other guys, right? You were doing it on a consistent basis, and they absolutely were. So I think by today's standards, the behavior has followed him across multiple teams, and you have multiple instances to where I am very okay with labeling him as the dirty player, and especially in a test. And again, just to me, he is one of the better interior linebackers, though.
Okay. I'm sorry, bro. Closing arguments.
And that right there of what you just said is why we can't consider him a dirty player. He's one of the better linebackers in football. If you look at the great linebackers in the National Football League, and you look at the ones that were actually beyond great or Hall of Fame, and we knew it, right? They all were aggressive, and at one point in time were considered maybe dirty players because of a hit or two. We can look at Ray Lewis in a couple of plays. I think Ray Lewis was not dirty. I think he was one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker ever to play the game, right? But he had plays where he elbowed people, he clotheslined people, and he was never called dirty player the way that Allgeier is being called today. So I just think like maybe he's too aggressive, and like I said, maybe he could clean some things up, but I don't think he's dirty in totality.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was a very. I appreciate both of y'all. I appreciate both of y'all takes. That was y'all gave out some good content, some good information on both. You know what I mean? You definitely. I definitely got a perspective on who he is. And judges, we can go from here.
So this is how the judging goes. Due to the fact that I'm actually the judge, I can't judge this one. And I got entirely too many people that I know is going to vote for me because they tied in. They can't have no choice. So I'm going to leave it to Coach, and this is what we'll do. We'll give Coach a vote. We'll give JB a vote. And then we'll give the chat a vote. So that's only 3 votes. So whoever wins the majority of those votes wins the debate. I think that's fair.
Okay. I'm going to tell you like this. My vote, I'm going to be honest. I was leaning towards Cody.
Mm-hmm.
But then Cody kind of made my argument. I mean, Cody, you kind of pushed me towards bro with your closing argument when you started breaking down how we determine dirty players now to whereas though a dirty player now is just after a couple of plays, to whereas though a dirty player in the past was consistently doing it. So now when you think of it like that, can we really call him a dirty player? Or is that just another, microwave society stigma we put on somebody too quick, just like we give flowers to people too quick.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I have to go with bro, Cody.
Okay. What's that was the judge? Oh, JB. JB in the chat. Give us, if you want to pull up and give us your vote real quick. Oh, he's okay. I guess that's pretty much it, Cody. All right, Cody. So I win against Cody.
No, he
Cody.
said bro. He said bro in the chat. Okay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I take the victory, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this. Now, Cody, after the debate, let me tell you this. I do agree that a lot of what he shows, it could be considered dirty. So I don't want you to think I'm saying you wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I just think that, because you got so many middle linebackers, especially, bro, they have to be a certain way. Like, think about it. Absolutely. If they really not like that, he ain't gonna be on the field.
You got to be an enforcer in a certain way.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, right, you have to make sure that, and that is something I do respect about Azeez.
Mm-hmm. At
the end of the day, the safeties and the interior linebackers are supposed to make you scared in a way to come over the middle of the field.
Exactly.
And what does he do? He gives you that. And there's other players in that Texans defense. It's why that Texans defense is so good. Mm-hmm. They give you that fear. Look, we don't want to go over the middle of the field because if our heads are down or not looking for him, we're probably not going to be playing the rest of the game.
Right. Absolutely.
So
definitely. No. I agree with you. And shout out to Cody, man. Good battle. I want to give what's his name? I don't see him in the chat. He was here. Thought he was gonna pull up. All right, so listen, this is what we can do. We're gonna take this little small intermission to talk about a situation that transpired a couple weeks ago. And I apologize for breaking up the show for it, but it's necessary, right? So shout out to Lavishly Tough. If you don't know who Lavishly Tough is, it's a brand, it's a clothing brand, sponsors myself. It soon will have sponsorship where you can actually see it. You can check the page out right here on TikTok of some of what he's able to use the brain to give to the people. He was falsely arrested 2 weeks ago, snatched from his home. His wife was going through it. I took a trip upstate just to, help her out, be there for her, man, because she went through so much things. And I don't want to put everything out here on his live due to the fact that this is a debate show, but I do want to give it his grace in the story. If you know somebody who has dealt with these daggone police, bro, and you think that the person is, dealing with going to prison again and again and doing the same old thing, don't always believe what the police say because the police say it. Shout out to Lavishly Tough. Shout out to my sister, Lisa, man. I love y'all so much. And just keep doing y'all, man, and everything's just going to work out. Now, we're going to get back to this debate. Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Bo is not here. And I don't want to take the shine away because I do think Cody's a monster too. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that because I feel like he was the purpose. His name is up here. You feel me? So I want to give him the opportunity to give him a dub too. Shit, So if you want to take your question, or if you want to change your question and debate him, and then we could do it the same way. I'll give a vote. We let the chat give a vote, and we let JB give a vote.
Oh, you want me? Oh, you want? I thought it was Southgate's turn. Oh, you want me to go? I mean,
because we still waiting to see if. Oh no, Southgate peoples ain't coming, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. Coming. So So Southgate and Cody, y'all can debate.
Okay, Southgate. What do you want to do? Because I'm not gonna lie, I have no argument for Derwin.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a good argument.
That's what I really.
I have no
really
argument.
Not gonna be a good argument.
The only argument I would have is longevity, and that Derwin was doing it at a higher level for longer.
You're going to talk about more players.
I mean, he's the one. The debate was. I spent the last 3 days covering, studying all their stats.
All right, so I'll tell you what. This is the debate. I want one of you to take one of these receivers. I'm messy. I want one of y'all to take one of these receivers, and I want you to tell me why he's better than the other receiver. Cody, you have Randy Moss. Southgate, you have Terrell Owens.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Bro, give us running backs.
All right, I won't do that to you.
We can do running back.
I'll give you.
You know what?
I was trying to be messy.
Cody.
Yo.
Cody.
Yo.
What up?
What do you think of Derrick Henry?
I think Derrick Henry's a top 10 running back of all time.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you on y'all's list, I think right now I'd have him at 8. I'm taking him over. I would take him over AP and Curtis Martin.
Fuck it. I'll probably lose it, but I'll go with that.
So to debate if Derrick Henry's a top 10 back?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So I can start by making my
start. Let me gather myself.
Yep. Do you while he's trying to gather himself, do you want me to go ahead and make my opening?
Yeah,
argument?
First of all, don't nobody else mention that he's gathering himself. Yes, go, Cody.
I'm gathering my thoughts.
Pause on that
What are we
shit.
doing, bro?
Pause, man.
No.
Gathering my thoughts.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh, that sounds better.
Let me go ahead and start by telling you that among a running back group of a team that consists of Eddie George, Chris Johnson, and Earl Campbell, Derrick Henry not only stands out, but is probably the best of the four. Okay? I could start by telling you that Derrick Henry at 30 plus years old is rumbling for 1,500 yards and just overall being a menace of a downhill running back, not to mention the 16 touchdowns. I could tell you that the man is a 2,000-yard rusher. I could tell you that with another healthy season or two, he would move in to top 5 all-time in touchdowns and be top 10 all-time in yards. I could tell you that this man was single-handedly the reason on why guys like Ryan Tannehill was having success in Tennessee, and the line in front of him was okay. It wasn't ever one of the elite lines in the NFL, but this man is so much of a bruiser and such a downhill guy that DBs do not go after him head up. They just don't anymore. Not to mention now with the move to Baltimore, he has not only taken that team to the next level with enhancing the talent at his quarterback spot yet again with Lamar Jackson, which now opens up a lane for him to have a different type of style because now he's able to run freely because defenders are scared of Derrick Henry. And not to mention last season, this man faced the most full box or the second most full box sets of any running back in the NFL. He was second in the league in that.
Cody, stop. Stop, Cody. Please stop. Cody, this shit getting out of hand, Cody. Go ahead, Southgate.
Man, Derrick, man.
Okay. I am not going to take any flowers away from Derrick Henry. Right now, on my top 10 list, I have Derrick Henry at number 11. I have Curtis Martin at number 10. Curtis Martin, he is number 6 on the all-time rushing list with, I believe it's like 4,000, maybe 100, 200 yards. He did it for 3 years with the Patriots, not a Tom Brady-led Patriot team either. And then he did it another 7 to 8 years on the Jets. You're talking this man had 10 1,000-yard seasons, but I'm not talking 1,000-yard seasons. I'm talking he never rushed for, I believe, less than 1,300 yards in a season. Definitely over 12. So he was between 12 and 1,500 yards every season. I think he missed 2 games in his career, 3 games tops, just a complete and utter workhorse. Came to run the ball every week. And he was on a Jet team that was not that good. No stars, no standouts, no nothing. No Hall of Fame offensive linemen, no Hall of Fame wide receivers, nothing to help him. I mean, will Derrick Henry get there by the end of his career and crack the top 10? Yes. But right now, he is not over Curtis Martin.
Okay. So I hear those. And just to put it into perspective, how just close they are, right? Let me just do something really quickly. Sorry. So Curtis Martin played 11 years. This will be Derrick Henry's 11th coming up this year. Derrick Henry has already surpassed Martin in touchdowns. As a matter of fact, the gap is very far. Martin sits at 14th all-time in rushing touchdowns with 90. Derrick is 4th all-time with 122. He needs 1 touchdown to move into the top 3 to tie Marcus Allen. Okay? Derrick Henry, in terms of yards, needs an 1,100-yard season to be tied with Curtis Martin. He is 10th all-time at 13,018. Martin is 6th all-time with 14,101. An 1,100-yard season for Derrick Henry would tie him with Curtis Martin. And they would have done it. So not only can Derrick Henry this year, in the same amount of years of the career, tie Martin in rushing yards, but blow his touchdowns out of the water, I absolutely would take Derrick Henry, especially for what he is and, you know, the way that defenses have evolved in the current day NFL.
Well, actually, thank you for proving the consistency to me, because you said Derrick Henry is going into his 11th season and is still 1,100 yards behind Curtis Martin, when I believe he's had a 1,900-yard season and a 2,000-yard season. That's not showing me consistency like Martin. So this guy has had 3,900 yards in 2 years and still is not past Martin. So you're talking about wait, no, let me finish, please.
Okay, my bad. I didn't know you
can't. So you're talking about, like I said, the consistency of the consistency of Curtis, how he just did it year in, year out. Yes, the touchdown numbers are low. Like I said, he played on some bad offenses. I believe Testaverde was his quarterback. I mean, I think when they played, I'm not sure if he was on that team. I'm not going to say if he was or not, but what I'm saying is he just didn't have the high-powered offenses, but he won games for the Jets, and he was doing it consistently, week in, week out, averaging 125 yards a game.
Okay, and I can hear that, but then I would retaliate.
Wait a second, Cody, and I apologize. I apologize for interrupting you. Southgate, was you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
So I hear that.
Sorry to interrupt, but the Bengals just traded for Dexter Lawrence, traded Dexter Lawrence to the Giants.
The 10th overall pick to the Giants for Dexter.
Yeah, 10th overall pick. They just happened 4 minutes ago. So sorry.
All right, so let's just end our debate there, Cody. Let them vote.
I just wanted to get one more point in, just really quickly, if I may. Derrick Henry did not start the first 2 years of his career.
Sorry to hear that.
Derrick Henry only started 2 games.
And who started over him?
And Martin started right away.
Who started over him?
Wouldn't 2016, 2017? Who was the back that was there? Ugh.
Proving my point even more. He wasn't even good enough to start his rookie year. Thank you.
I wouldn't say he just wasn't necessarily good enough. I just don't think he was.
Should have won the job in camp.
True.
Okay. Coach, I'm gonna let you go first, bro. JB, you second. I go last.
Okay. All right. Both of y'all had great points. Both of y'all brought highlights and stats and numbers. Both of you gave us information that you educated us on both players. But I have to go with I gotta go with Southgate in presenting his case, because again, Cody, you dug yourself in a hole and you proved Southgate's point when you point out the numbers and say that he's still 1,100 yards behind him, but he's playing a year. He's playing a year longer. It's a year longer. So you proved this point again in your argument.
Well, I wish I would have saw that Derrick Henry didn't start for the first 2 years of his career.
Right.
And it was DeMarco Murray.
Yeah,
DeMarco
Murray.
Murray, who was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, that helped you out. That definitely helped you out.
It was in the chat by Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy because he actually put it in the chat while y'all was talking.
DeMarco Murray was a Pro Bowler at that time, so it makes sense why Derrick didn't start right away.
Yeah, but I was like, damn it, Cody, you just helped Southgate again. Like, so I have to go with Southgate.
Southgate, JB.
Yeah, that really sold it. I gotta go Southgate. That and like one of the reasons is like Derrick Henry. A lot of his reasons he has a lot of his touchdowns because he's a home run hitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where Curtis Martin, he wasn't that type of back. And ground pound, he took that. He toted the rock, bro. And Curtis Martin's one of my favorite running backs.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna point out the fact that both of y'all got strikes against y'all. Cody, you got a strike because you interrupted bro, and
my fault. I thought
you know what I mean. No, it's not. I mean, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's a point system, and then I actually took a point away from Southgate as well because Southgate made a statement, and again, when you bring up stats, you got to make sure you know what you're talking about. So, and that's not to say he was wrong on everything he was talking about, but he mentioned that Curtis Martin. How many 1,300 yards or less than 1,300 yards games he actually, had over his career. In 7 seasons, he had less than 1,300 yards rushing. So that's half of his career. And while you cleaned up because Cody actually helped you with bringing up the touchdown situation, which he should have just stuck it there. But then he went on to forget about the yardage situation, which is there's a terrible gap. And that's not a good sign for him. So for that reason, I'm not gonna let bro get swept. I'm giving it to Cody. You ain't gonna just sweep bro like that. We ain't doing that. We ain't sweeping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
GG's, Cody.
GG's, man. No question, man. Hey, sis, what's happening? Shout out to Angel in the chat. Shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her man, Stitch. Stitch, I love you, bro. Shout out to that No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast. Remember, on Tuesdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Y'all can check out the game normally. Have been on a hiatus, but obviously personal things do happen in people's lives, and sometimes we have to allow them to take care of their personal lives before they can come back and be the best person of themselves. Shout out to Mitch again. Happy birthday to you, bro. You know I love you. Shout out to that Not Move podcast, man. Listen, Tuesdays, they just ridiculous with so many things, as I said. That on Tuesday they have Ringside Rewind. You can check that out at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. They also have In the Wickets on Thursday at 8 o'clock. You can check that at 8 o'clock Eastern Time as well. On Fridays, they have the Scrap Sheet, which is at 8 o'clock, and they have the Dribble at 9 o'clock. Those are Eastern Times. Make sure y'all check them out. They are everywhere, literally. Shout out to all of them because there's too many many of them to name, but shout out to them as well. And shout out to Bro the Coldest, man. Listen, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Mondays. Make sure y'all come give Bro a shot. YouTube as well as TikTok. Make sure y'all come check out the gang. And remember what I said. Shout out to the Shit Show. Shout out to Sheila. Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Sis. Shout out to Pressure. Shout out to Kim. Shout out to the gang, man. All the guys, everybody that know who you are, you know who you are. Shout y'all out, man. I appreciate y'all so much for showing so much love to me as well. Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, so bro just pulled up too, NFL. So due to the fact that some of your what's up, Jersey? Shout out to Jersey, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Shout out to South Jersey, man. I don't hate the Raiders, bro. I really don't. I really don't have no issue with the Raiders, bro. I just want you to know that I really don't. Won't y'all go ahead and debate because I think this would be fun. Y'all want to change the topic? Y'all want another topic?
We can. I mean, you can pick the topic. I mean, if NFL's up for it, you pick the questions, and we just roll from there.
Okay. What's up?
NFL, you with it?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I'll do that question again.
Just to let you know, though. I'm taking Derrick Henry in that debate y'all had.
You about to lose a point all motherfucker ready telling me about this.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to subtract your shit already.
I'm taking Derrick Henry.
Everybody asked you about Derrick Henry.
You know what?
Hey, yo.
I'm gonna get. You know what? Derrick Henry not only didn't start 2 years, didn't start 2 years and still was dominant. So I don't want to hear that shit. Curtis Martin wasn't shit.
Right, listen, bro. First of all, stop
while
you
ahead.
Get out of here. Because you saying some shit about him. No, that's not true, bro. First of all, bro.
Get out of here.
Hold on, time out, bro. Before you all do get into this debate, allow me to say what I need to say here first. Number one, just because he didn't have 1,300 yards in his career or more than 8 seasons, and in 1995 he had 1480s. I'm not done finished talking. I'm not done finished talking, brother. He had 1487 his first year. He had 1152 the second. He went on to get 1160, then 1287, 1464, 1204, 1513, 1094, 1308, 1697. Bro, what the fuck do you mean he was nothing, bro? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, he wasn't better than Derrick Henry numbers.
Bro, nobody argued that part. You said
he was not better than Derrick Henry. That's the debate. That's the debate, right? He's not better than him. Not in my eyes. No way, man.
You shut up, bro. See, that never changed. Nothing about me changes. I'm still the same motherfucker. Nigga, you talking too motherfucking much, nigga. The fuck you mean, Derrick Henry, bro? We trying to get to the next debate, bro. I just gave you the slot to get the debate, and you sitting here arguing about Derrick fucking Henry, bro. Nobody asked you about Derrick Henry, man. What the fuck is you doing, bro? Why the fuck you playing with me, man? What's up, NNT, bro? The fuck? Let's get somebody else up here, man. Because listen, bro. Listen. You should know of everybody. You know, you would do the same motherfucking thing to me if I came on your motherfucking page talking about some shit that you wasn't talking about. You keep talking about Derrick Henry, mother. I curse you the fuck out of lose this page, man. Bring your ass back up here. Don't do that dumb shit no more, man. Take your motherfucking ass and get to the debate, man. Fuck.
Hey, bro, thank you for Dexter Lawrence. We're gonna utilize him well over here.
I'm not a Giants fan, brother. This shit say Bills, Ray. I'm a Mafia member. Yeah. Fuck the Giants. Yeah, all day in America.
Hey,
fuck
how y'all?
Giants.
Hey, my man. I see the blue and red in the background.
You ready now, bro?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah.
All right, God, dang. Fuck.
Jesus.
All right, so the debate actually going to be who would you rather have on your team right now? Between who was the two defensive ends I had? Myles Garrett or Dwight Freeney? Who would you rather have on your team and why?
Okay, I'll go. All right. Me personally, all right, I'm gonna go with damn. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I gotta think about it.
Who you taking, motherfucker? Yeah, all right.
I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. Now I gotta
talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
take it. This one, I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I ain't get this one.
I'm gonna think about it.
NFL, you can step up if you feel like you got your choice already.
Just give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes to go over Dwight Freeney in my head real quick.
I'm gonna take Freeney because he was an undersized player when he came in the league for his position, and he developed a move that a lot of defensive ends copied. That's great spin move he got. I mean, he didn't develop that, but he perfected it to his. He made it his signature move, and I'm not taking nothing away from Myles Garrett, not at all, because he get triple in team and he still get the job done, and he play both sides of the ball, to run and he get to the passer, and he's the most dominant defensive player we got right now in our generation. We can say that's like almost on a tier of with the Reggie Whites and all those. If he had one more season like he had last year, you put him up there. But as far as I think Freeney, he was something like a freak of nature to me, because he's undersized and he still got the job done on both sides of the ball.
Go.
Okay. You know what? All right, since you took Freddie, I'm going to take Myles Garrett. And I'm going to take Myles Garrett not only for his dominance, but for his IQ. Because I've seen Myles Garrett on more than one occasion, read the play as far as going upfield, getting upfield to go for the quarterback, and then read the play and stop in mid transition and back up and drop into coverage and deflect screen passes. Also, he's very good at getting his hip on the outside of the tackle and sealing the edge. He is very dominant in the run and pass game. He demands a double team. He demands a double team on pass plays and offensive coordinators do their best to run away from him. A lot of coordinators will try to run at a defender such as Myles Garrett to try to knock him off their square and make him uncomfortable. Myles Garrett accepts them challenges with open arms, and I would say a good 8 out of 10 times wins those battles. So as far as his dominance physically, and for his dominance physically as well as mentally, as far as his football IQ, I would have to go with Myles Garrett.
You got to fix your mic, bro. You sound muffled.
He can fit into those spaces that other linebackers couldn't. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm sorry, man.
Good?
I'm good.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, this is the easiest motherfucking debate shit ever. This is something else you want to say, Coach?
I was gonna question how much thought do y'all put.
The only thing I was gonna say was I appreciate you taking up the slot, and we can go ahead and get to the vote.
I was gonna ask, how much weight do y'all hold on being the team captain, being on great defenses, galvanizing troops. I mean, and making your teammates better, and like being the team captain and stuff like that. How much do y'all?
I was actually going to kind of say that too. I'm glad you kind of put that there. I was also going to say that if I look at just from this, I'm looking at stats too, and looking at the impact. What's his name on the other side of him? Robert Mathis has the same similar type of stats as Dwight Freeney does. They were two of the same.
Like,
if we're gonna bring up stats though, Chris, I could tell you that in half the games, Myles has more sacks, more all pros, almost the same amount of tackles. Like, I just think that when it comes to the overall dominance of the position, Myles has been more dominant than Dwight.
That's why I was trying
to say.
That's why
the white got 20.
Okay, my fault.
The white got like 20. He got like 20 plus on forced fumbles.
Hey, all right, listen, check this out. Y'all not supposed to be making our arguments for us.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying there's more. There's just fact checking. That's what we're saying. Like there's a little more. There's a little fact checking. That's it.
Okay.
If you want to mention the playoffs, If you want to mention the playoff numbers and all that, I mean, but Myles Garrett wasn't in the playoffs, so I don't know.
I'm about to say that's kind of unfair because that's a team accomplishment getting to the playoffs in order for him to have playoff stats.
All right. So before I give my vote, let me say this to the question. Shout out to Stino in the chat. What up, Stino? The question was, who would you rather have, Myles Garrett or Dwight Freeney? And while I don't think it's an easy decision to be made, especially when you're trying to start a team. But I do think not only is Myles Garrett just better, right? But because he can do more things at that position. And while that spin move was and is legendary, and I think he's literally it's probably the best spin move we've seen, right? I think Bruce had like a better quick get off the ball, but I think that spin move was just, it was diabolical, bro. And he used it so quick because like you said, NFL, he was so close to the ground doing it, at being such short. So I do give him grace in that factor. But
he was a
hold on a second.
Player, so he played the run good.
So what I will say is that with all, and I mean this as respectfully as I can say, shit. In debates, you don't get to talk to them, motherfucker. Your day is done, and that's why you lost this motherfucking debate. This debate wasn't easy to win if you take who you took. So I give you kudos for taking him because I do think it's something to him getting the grace from us as fans, right? But I just think anytime you are a defensive end, bro, and a guard, a center, and a tackle block you and say fuck everybody else on the defensive line, you're Himothy, bro. That nigga Myles Garrett gets blocked by 3 people, sometimes 4, bro. Like they literally do that sometimes. So it's just crazy, bro. But Coach won that debate for me. JB?
Coach.
Okay, JB may be on a break. You lost. That's 2 people. You lost that one.
Good shit, dog.
Yeah, that was a good debate though, because he, like I said, he took somebody that
I didn't have a lot to work with, No.
But hold on, time out. Give you a grace now. Give you a grace because most people would attack Myles Garrett off the rip. You feel me? As soon as they had the chance, they'd be like, let me get Myles Garrett. So the mere fact that you took him I'm like, oh, okay, I like that because at the end of the day, you can prove it. You missed on some points, bro. But you didn't talk about how, like bro said, he used it, I think, as an Achilles. I don't want to speak for Chris when I'm saying this, but I took what he said was as due to the fact that the other guy was over there. Pretty much shit. Anybody could have did it in that system if you're good enough. And we've seen a couple guys do it, but I just think Dwight Freeney caused so much havoc on that end, bro. Remember when he's doing that spin move, bro, it wasn't just one way. That spin move was inside and out. Pause. Like he had the same spin that we seen going to the outside to get to the quarterback. He also did the same thing inside. And I would have loved to hear that part of it because that does change how you look at the spin move in totality.
Now listen, bro, I was going to take Freeney because of the spin move. I just had to get my words together, right? Because what I was going to bring up was, but he had already took Freeney. I was going to bring up the fact that Freeney's first step used to be so quick that he was able to always able to dictate and make the tackle turn his hips and square his hips parallel to where he wanted him to go to either give up inside leverage or outside leverage. And because of that first step being so quick and making the tackles take that initial move and try to anticipate where he went, that's what made the spin move so strong. Because when you make a tackle turn his hips parallel to the sideline, right? When you make a tackle turn his hips parallel to the sideline, you give up all inside leverage. When you take a step hard and you make them turn their ass to the backside sideline, you give up outside leverage. And that was something that Sweeney was dominant in doing with his footwork. His footwork was that impeccable. That's why his spin move was that fast, to where as though he was able to use that spin move inside and out like you had just broke down. I was going to take Freeney because I thought Garrett was too easy, but then he took Freeney. I just had to get my words and everything together.
Yeah,
but he took them already.
Dwight Freeney was a monster though, but the problem with me with Dwight Freeney is too, during that time frame he was in the league, I couldn't name about a couple other pass rusher who's been better than him. That's the other problem too.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the big, and that's the problem. Like Myles Garrett, besides his rookie year, how many
Right.
passers have been better than Myles
Oh,
Garrett?
nah. Can't see him.
I mean, you
Coach
have.
didn't really get into it either. That's what I'm kind of saying. Like, okay,
He's been
Nah,
he's been a
listen.
consensus top 3 guy.
Listen, check this out. I ain't gonna hold you. When he broke down his thing with Freeney, I did exactly what I gave exactly what I needed to give to beat him. That's If he would have went more in depth with Freeney, I would have went more in depth with Miles. You feel me? You know what I mean? I could have talked about Miles' arm punch, his separation, him using his arms, his hand fight. I could yell like you know what I'm saying?
I think
jump step.
I think my bad, bro. But I think another part that wasn't mentioned too was that and this is for both of them, right? Because if you look at the other defensive ends in the league that Myles Garrett is having to not necessarily like defend, right? But when you talk about the guy saying I'm the guy, well, Micah Parsons may say he's the guy. Well, TJ Watt may say he's the guy. You know what I mean? So it's like he had a few guys that would be considered or potentially in that conversation as the best. When Dwight Freeney was playing football, there were so many guys at the defensive end position. It was difficult, to have him as the number one guy. But I think he did so maybe once or twice. I'm not too sure if he actually led the league more than maybe once or twice.
I think he led it maybe twice.
Right. I think he led it like once or twice. I'm not sure. I don't want to misquote because, I can't be telling y'all some shit and I ain't doing it. But
it's about twice. It sounds about right.
Right. You know what I mean? But the guys that the list is ridiculous, bro. Think about those early 2000 guys, bro. Think about that. Think about all those teams from Chicago to fucking who else had good defense? Pittsburgh. What the fuck?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you had them. There's just so many. So
Strahan won. Strahan had a side got title once and had the record back then around that time too.
Right.
Led the league twice in sacks around that time. Dwight Freeney was winning as well. So there's a lot of
like you had Sean Merriman too. He was getting 17, 18 sacks.
I think Robert Mathis was better than Dwight Freeney, low key, to be honest with you.
Ooh, Stino.
That's a Colt fan saying that one.
Stino. Say that again, Stino.
Yeah, I think Robert Mathis was a little better than Dwight Freeney, bro.
Talk to me, man. Why you say that, bro?
I like Robert Mathis better against the run and his ability to get the strip sacks and shit, actually finish off a play and force a turnover more than I do Dwight's personally. And outside of Dwight's pass, or outside of his spin move, his pass rush bag wasn't, it was kind of one of those knockoffs at the gas station that you. It was a Pooey V
work with
instead of a Louis V.
So let me get this straight. So you saying, okay, so if you got the opportunity to go, you're telling me you're going Miles and him and not Dwight and Miles, the pair?
Yeah, personally. I would go Miles and Robert, to be honest.
Anybody disagree?
And that's not a knock to Dwight neither. You feel me? I'm not trying to knock bro down or nothing.
Yeah, I think niggas scared of you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I value being that. I value being able to. I value being able to get the ball back for your offense a little more than I value just being able to get to the quarterback and get a sack. You know what I'm saying?
That's valid.
Robert Mathis is the all-time forced fumble leaders too, so that does count.
Yes, strip sack. Still.
That does mean something.
He's been retired for like 10 years.
And like I said, the Colts are such a weird team because as far as sacks go and Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, they're pretty similar. Just like Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison's receiving yard stats are similar too.
Similar.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning had a lot to do with that.
I think Robert Mathis had like 118 sacks, and Dwight might have had like 122 or 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the forced fumbles numbers is crazy.
No, but Stino is right. Dwight Freeney's hand fighting wasn't that good. So, if his spin move didn't work, his bag was kind of limited. Robert Mathis did have a spin move. He had a club.
Yeah.
He had a rip, and he also had a dominant hand fight. So,
Yeah, he did.
so he's kind of as far as like in the bag of tricks, as far as what's in your arsenal to get in that backfield. Mathis did have a bigger bag, a bigger arsenal than Fury.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Hey,
brother,
man,
I gotta dip out, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. I
We
appreciate y'all having me up
show's
here.
about to be over. I appreciate you, bro. Listen,
Absolutely,
All right,
man.
Cody. Good
All right,
looking,
Cody.
baby.
Yeah, y'all have a good rest of y'all night, man. I appreciate y'all having me up
absolutely.
here. Next
No
time you do
problem.
one of these, I
Anytime, bro.
definitely try. I definitely be back. So
I got you. I make sure matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that out there. I apologize, bro. I'll make sure I share it to you, bro.
for sure, have a good one, man.
All right, you cool. So again, lastly, man, I want to thank everybody, man, for pulling up to this debate show, man. Presented by Lavishly Tough, Not Move Podcast, No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast, and Millions.com, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. As I said earlier, man, continue to show that love, man, to everybody, man, my gang, man, the family, to everybody here. Appreciate you. We'll see y'all.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.